You came in September 2020. You knew nobody in your core. And these individuals are part of you. Can you tell me what they brought to you?
Absolutely. Like you said, I didn't know anybody. I also didn't know what to expect. So when I came in, there was this variety of individuals and companies and organizations that I've never been in contact with. I am working in a focused environment, which is my environment that's always surrounding me, retail, etc. Now I'm talking to businessmen in trucks and businessmen in visual effects and there was so many variety that is so enriching that was the first impact I got. I'm like, wow, where am I? Like, I'm gonna learn so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And your field for many years, and you're an expert in that field, is fashion. And now that's what you're saying. And with trucks and all kinds of people doing all kinds of things. Can you give me a specific example that you said, wow, this is a great idea. I would never thought about this in my field.
um, Specifically, there's not a specific idea, but what I can tell you is that looking at the perspective of different companies towards the same problem we were facing, because we would be given, let's say, a certain case to study, I would see it from my fashion brain, from my retail brain, and then my colleague would see it from a businessman who's running an enterprise of real estate brain. So there's this different perspective. So it is a learning experience every single moment you speak to somebody that is from a different company, a different organization, because you see what you don't think about and they see what they don't think about. So it was like a really healthy exchange in many scenarios.
Mm-hmm. Final question. Your peer team. What have you learned from your peer team?
That they are the best. What I learned from my peer team is we were actually four other than we were four actually totally. So what we were four different backgrounds, yet we were four coming from a huge organizations, multinational mostly, or very big companies. What I could see from them is their personality within their businesses. Mm-hmm. Because I happen to be employed, but they happen to run companies, some of them. So you see that how they put from themselves into the company, and that was a very big learning experience for me. Also, the friendship obviously was something really, really good, because exchanging and looking at my work from their point of view and vice versa, I get to deep dive into their world like they deep dived into mine.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Let's say we go back. I said it was the last question, but I have another one for you. I remember the first times we talked, you were in Paris and so on and so forth. You probably, like many others, been thinking about this for quite a few years, doing an executive MBA. So, what would you say to someone who's like you right now, thinking about it? What would you say to that person?
Well, it's a personal growth mission that it is something personal for me. It's not my company who asked me to do it. I wanted to do it. I thought about it for years, like you said. It was always back and forth. We get to be sucked into our world of work, our world of missions, of achievement, etc. But we tend to forget our personal growth and achievement. We are growing through our company's experience, yes, but doing an MBA is basically letting us go through specific cases, variety of cases. I go back to the point where I was saying we were boxed in our world of views and how to deal with stuff, whereas an MBA will open that world for you, will expose you to different perspectives, this different point of views, a network of different individuals that not necessarily you would meet during your work or when you are in your environment. Like in fashion, I would have never met somebody who would work in visual arts or in trucking or in renting or in real estate. It would be very slim chance for that. And for me to understand that and see that and be exposed to that, I see that it is an achievement. So I would definitely recommend anybody who wants to achieve and reach a personal growth and have this enlarged network to do it.
Personal growth, yes. Merci beaucoup, Jean.
Avec plaisir. Merci à vous.